Hey, everybody. This is the unknown prisoner. Look, man, if you're waking up with a hangover today or you're waking up with a week-long drunk, anything that's according to this alcoholism, listen to me. Just listen to me. You don't have to do nothing. If you want to take another drink, that's your business. But there is a way out. And when you hear this message, you'll know there's a way out because the guy that's talking to you right now has had a number of years of sobriety, and he knows exactly where you're coming from because I woke up many a night, many a morning in the same shape y'all are doing. So just hold on. The help is here. The help is here. Anyway, I'm going to, we went into step one a little bit and we talked about how that was all to be done. And we know that it's just like anything you do. You got to do step one and you got to keep doing step one on a daily basis. Only 24 hours a day. And that is the key. That's the first key that, you stick that old key in that ignition and then you turn it. You got to have that key to turn it to get it cranked up. So just hang in there at step one. Now, this I'm going to do is we're going to move into step two. Now, I'm going to be going back and forth and talking about all this stuff and broaden it a little bit more and enlarge all the information about what maybe I'm doing here and there that helps me too. But I want to go, we're going to help to jump on up to step two. We'll just take one step, we took one. Now let's take one more step to two. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Okay? Sanity is a word that I was understood because I was insane. I take a drink and I take another drink and it just went on and on into a cycle of drunkenness and disease just kept on coming every day. So there we are. Let me give it right back over to real one. Came. You got to come to this belief. You got to get into that situation where it's not a forcible thing. It's something that, hey, this is something that I can do. It's simple and it does make sense when you start doing it. Came to believe that a power. Now, their power, we're not all into God and all into spiritual ways of life when we get into the trying to sober up. So, if you can if you ever get to the point where you know that this can work and you can use a group that has been sober for a while and you can even say, hey, that's my power right now. We don't have to jump right into God's lap. He's already got us in his lap. So all we got to do is start making and doing things one day at a time. And this is the word jumps out at me is believe. Believe that a power that's greater than ourselves could restore. There's another way. We've got to have some restoration. We've got to go, when you restore something, you got to go back to square one and start over in your life. And this is difficult too. And restore to what? Sanity. How would y'all like to become sane instead of being insane on a daily basis? All right, that's what it's all about right there. Step two, okay? Step two is a starting point. There, you got to start with number one, then you got to restart with number two to believe in a power greater than yourself that will get you into a position where daily living is not just a war going on. You can have a little peace about what you're doing on a daily basis. Even though we're not taking a drink, that seems wild to me when I first started doing this, and it was a long time ago, but it worked. It works. The deal is that we do it daily, and that's the biggest thing that you need to understand. The moment you read step two, or you look at step two, or you're talking about taking step two, or believing in step two, newcomers are confronted with a dilemma, sometimes serious one. How often have we heard them cry out, look what you people have done to us. You have convinced us that we are alcoholics and that our lives are unmanageable. having reduced us to the state of absolute helplessness. You now declare that none but a higher power can remove our obsession. Some of us won't even believe in God. Others can, and still others who do believe that God exists have no faith whatever. He will perform this miracle. Yes, you've got us over the barrel, all right, but where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? What that question means to me is that, hey, we need, or I needed, to give in to this way of life, so I could start producing a daily reprieve without alcohol. Okay, that's what I'm doing is I'm changing the source of my life, which was alcohol, drugs, and all the chaos, now to another power that's greater than me, but it's not in any way chaos. It's just a daily procedure that we have to take, that we need to take. We don't really have to do it, but it begins to have new life and new awareness that, hey, this could be the solution that I have been searching for years and years and years. So we got to get on this daily deal so we can go to the next level and start opening our heart and our way of life up and giving it over to another entity that is greater than us. Like I said, some people start out with a group session, and the people that are in there, they're sober. So you think, well, they're greater than I am, so I can kind of link into them, and then I can start, baby stepping it on up, because God is the answer, and He will do what He says He's going to do. He's going to keep us sober one day at a time. So I'm going to go from there right now, and just knowing that it did not come to me overnight. Okay, like step one, that was a crucial move, but it was something that I knew that it could be done, because, hey, what else can I do? All my options were is go take another drink and go through the same old thing that I've been doing for 30 years. So now, what I want to do now is I'm looking for another way out, and step one was my answer. So now they don't, we're not. It's not loud. It's not like get off the train there. You're gonna take another provision, another way to introduce into your life that's going to help you and give you some relief as you're staying sober, and as you climb this ladder up to all the different positions we go to. Then you'll know there is a way that you can put all this together, but you want to do it a piecemeal at a time. So it will be a way that we can build on with a life that we can, gracefully have, and one day at a time. So I'm just going to talk that bit of noise right there, and then I'm gonna get off. I will come back, and we'll probably pick this up a little bit more, and then we'll go into. I want to go into the next step, because this things you get the wheel rolling. You don't want to jump off anywhere. You want to stay on it and get something going for your life, being a sober person. Well, listen, if you've been on that situation, if you're back into a program, or you had never got into a program, but you're on that first step, you done made that commitment to, I'm not going to drink today. What if my butt falls off? I'm not going to drink today. And then now we're into a step two that you can come to some understanding about the higher power and give it some type of degree of give it over, take help. Help me, God, help me. Let's get this rolling. Help me. So there we are. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. It will be the best thing that ever happened to a person like me and a person probably like you, that if you're going through this. So I'm going out this time and I got to go help somebody else. It's all about helping somebody so you can stay sober one day at a time. See y'all later.